right now I'm here in Cartagena, Colombia. For my friends all the way up to 2008 it was actually really quite nice, and then it rapidly went downhill. There are many aspects, many reasons for that, but right now I don't have no interest in staying here. I will go onwards to Santa Marta, Barranquilla, and afterwards to the Zona Cafetera, to the triangle of cities, going up to the coffee farms. I must say I really love really good coffee, prime coffee, and I can distinguish the difference because my brother is having a coffee roasting company for many years and he knows special coffee, and he is saying the same thing. Colombian coffee is just absolute top quality, together with Ethiopian and Guatemalan and Nicaraguan Arabica coffees. These are really, of course in Costa Rica too, really high specialty coffees. So I want to go to a coffee farm as well. So yes, here in Cartagena, nothing too attractive. I will be here a few days. It's becoming very touristy in general, except they don't have any tourists right now. So it's a nice time to visit. This whole thing is Boca Grande over there. I will be walking right a little bit down there. See if I can sit at one of those ugly beaches. Cartagena is famous for ugly beaches. Sorry to say that straight, but that's how it is. But yeah, Colombia is a nice place. It's an enjoyable place. Now as I'm closer to Cuba already, I'm starting to be in contact with my friends more and more, also with my friends from the Migración de Cuba, immigration. On arrival I have some really good friends there, and they informing me right now also about the updated information for arriving, for possible quarantine, or even if there's no quarantine and even there's no PCR testing, let's say, you still have to make sure that you can enjoy being out on the road. It makes no sense to go to Cuba or especially Havana if you can't really mingle with the locals, which at this moment is not really easy. So Colombia right now for me is just waiting out the time to go to Cuba, and while I'm here I'm enjoying the place. So here we are now entering Boca Grande. When you look at the pictures, you always see a beautiful white sand beach with azul blue water. Well, these are beautifully photoshopped pictures. There are some nice beaches in Colombia, certainly, but to be honest, it's not a beach destination. Colombia, you come here for other things. If you want to travel, you want to see culture. It's a very cultural, intense place in the whole country. It's definitely a beautiful country, that's for sure. Lots of lush nature as well. And the Colombian Spanish is one of the, I wouldn't say easiest, but it's just, you can really understand them well. They're speaking really clear. As for example in Cuba, I do understand the Cuban Spanish, but if they start to speaking really rapidly in the streets there, their different slangs, wow, this is so tough to follow. But other than that, the Cubans as well, they're speaking really clear Spanish. I believe also that's the reason why many people who want to learn Spanish, they come to Colombia. Yeah, that's the beach. Well, these little tiny lagoons keep stretching out, like 3, 4, 5 lagoons like that. Nothing in particular to discuss about that beach. Yes, you can sit outside here and enjoy a little bit of quiet time or whatever. It is clean, but it's just very small. Yeah, people even go swimming here. I don't know, I wouldn't do it. There are certain places in the world I don't want to go swimming. And this oily, slimy, dirty bay is probably one of those I really don't want to go swimming. Yeah, I guess now I make my way back to the old town and slowly take a collectivo taxi back to my place. I stay further over there, around the corner on the tip, another 4 kilometers perhaps. no, ahora yo comía una arepa. Mañana, otro día, sí. Buen fin de año. Tiene una arepa de carne con queso.
Sí,
¿Cuánto vale eso?
carne con queso, 10.
Sí,
Sin chorizo.
esa. No, sin chorizo.
Sin chorizo. Dame una de carne sin chorizo.
Más adelante me ayuda.
No, tranquilo. No, yo no compro nada.
Por la cámara esa.
Sí, tranquilo. Eso es la Café Havana in Cartagena, Colombia. I remember this one from about 16, 17 years ago when I was here in Cartagena. There were lots of parties going on in this bar. Now for quite a few years this one is just closed down, and I don't know why. Got nothing to do with the Corona, it's just it happens to be closed. That was a really nice spot. And central Cartagena, this area of town around 15 years back, it was extremely dangerous. Now it's a tourist area. I mean, at least 3 blocks turned into a tourist area, but it was extremely dangerous with cocaine dealers and underage girls and all the shit going on here. Crazy stuff happened here. So nowadays it's an ordinary place. Again, at least a few blocks down. I'm gonna walk further down there. Say I haven't been here since it turned into a tourist neighborhood. It was really dangerous down here at the church. All shady characters. Now it's ordinary life. Some nice Colombian food. This is the University of Cartagena. I'm actually looking for a place that is selling some beer. Year's Eve party, and these are all the boats from the drug lords from the different regions. They have their boats here in Cartagena and doing a party. They invited their chickers and their friends. I want to be on that boat there too. I'm still here in Cartagena, Colombia. I'm actually living in Crespo, which is really opposite the airport, but it's a really nice neighborhood, which I didn't know before. It has good supermarket access and it's cheap. I got a great small little, well, not actually little, quite a nice apartment with 2 bathrooms, 3 rooms, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, internet, kitchen, and all that for, what is it, $13 US. That's not nice. So now I'm gonna take a taxi, actually not a taxi, a colectivo. It's called a colectivo, so where you share the taxi with others. It's a very common thing in Colombia. And the service to downtown costs about 2,500 pesos, while a taxi is also quite cheap. It only costs 8,000 during the day and 10,000 in the night. So it's actually not expensive. But anyway, I don't need a taxi, so I simply share the colectivo to downtown. Well, the city was really busy the past few days, actually the whole last 10 days during Christmas and New Year. Now it's the 2nd of January and all Colombian tourists went back to their hometown. Lots of tourists were here, but all Colombian local tourists. There are no international tourists here at the moment, only a very few. But yeah, now the city is back to what it was before, the way I remember it from 15 years ago. I was shocked when I came. I thought, what's going on? So many Colombians, so many people live here, or what is going on? Well, yeah, today I'm going to make a stroll through some neighborhoods, through some different aspects of Central. And next week I will be moving to another Airbnb, which is right in the middle of the city itself, deep in the neighborhoods, far away from the beach, more to the south of the city. And it's right in the last part of the city, which is really busy with locals. So we will see, but right now, today and tomorrow, I'm still here in Central, which is almost deserted when you think about it, what was happening here the last few days. So I just went for lunch, and I have to say it's really good. It's really tasty, the food in Colombia. It's not the junk you get in places like Brazil and other Latin American countries. A good lunch, 14,000 pesos, and well, this is about $3.50, and and it includes a nice fillet of fish with rice, with mice on the side, and a large soup, a lentil soup, really tasty. It's like this typical home cooking you also find in Cuba. You go into the backyard of a private home basically, and they don't advertise anything. You're just asking the neighborhood where you can find a comida, luncheonette or anything like that, and people will direct you to it. I must say the city is quite empty today. I'm surprised how empty it actually is. So lots of these tourists really left back to their hometown. Now I'm here on the, coming close to the ocean. Around the corner here, over the wall is the ocean. The Malecón of Cartagena, if you want to say so. Cartagena is definitely a very old city. Well, let's say at least, officially I would say at least 400 years old, but it probably started earlier. I'm not a historian, so you can dig it up, but certainly a beautiful city. Nice town to hang around for a week or two. I'm already here for 2 weeks now, and I'm prolonging my stay for another week. Yes. I live over there, far over there, about 6 kilometers down there, also near the ocean, my home. And next week I'm moving into an apartment close by, in the more to the city center. Well, I'm planning my trip now to the border of Venezuela. It's going to be interesting. I go to Santa Marta, then Rio Hacha, and I will investigate how it is about border crossing to Venezuela in the north, which is extremely dangerous right now. It's probably the most dangerous border. All of trafficking of everything, humans, gasoline, drugs, toilet paper, you name it. And then afterwards, if that border isn't open, I will go to Cucuta in the high mountains. Well, actually that's interesting, because the Andes mountains in around Medellin and the other area isn't actually that high. The high mountain range in the northeast of Colombia, they go over 4,000 meters, and the bus is crossing over there, so that itself is an interesting trip. And then in Cucuta I try to cross the border, or at least inform myself about the situation, so I keep you updated. I would love to go into Venezuela, but that might not be possible. Well, as I'm dealing myself professionally in sapphires and rubies for many years, here you see the Colombian Emeralds. And one thing for sure, well, that applies at least to me, I would never buy gemstones in a tourist place. You're not just getting overpriced items, you get the occasional fake as well. And you get definitely well overpriced items. I'm used to go to Africa, to the mean mines directly, buying the rubies and the sapphires in Sri Lanka, and I'm buying emeralds in Zambia, Mozambique as well. That being said, Colombian emeralds are the most expensive emeralds in the world, and you're destined to be cheated on the price. Just be very careful. That's another thing I just want to say, in case you ever planning to come to Colombia for the emeralds. Well, too bad I don't have my videos from 15 years ago when I was here. To be honest, I never thought in my entire life that I would start a YouTube channel, for no reason, until my friend just a few months ago said, hey, why don't you record your daily life overseas? It seems to be interesting. And that's when I did it. Let's see. But yeah, I remember 15 years ago, it was a really sleazy neighborhood here, and I remember these guys, there were some guys asking me, hey, come to a party further out into the city, like at least 5-6 kilometers further into the city. But to be honest, it was really dangerous and drug gang infiltrated at that time. And now when I'm thinking back of it, right now I live right in the middle in an Airbnb, right in that place where he wanted me to go 10-15 years ago. Well, what I actually want to say is, all these people, everywhere you go, the danger of Latin America has disappeared entirely. If you are a well-seasoned traveler, there's just absolutely no danger at all anymore. It doesn't matter where you go. Even Venezuela, yes, you see the rough headlines with guns and all the shit, but it's actually not really that dangerous. Central Asia is interesting, it's another place I have been to. Okay, let's not get off topic here. We are in Cartagena, Colombia now. It's a place from where the Colectivo goes back to my house, to the Crespo area. Let's see. The problem is most of these are ordinary taxis and you have to distinguish, but actually it's quite easy. The older ones, the older cars with their windows down, meaning the air conditioner is off, these are the ones who are Colectivos. Eso para Crespo.
Eso.
Eso. ¿Cuánto vale?
3.000.
3.000, sí. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the car now. That's how it is in Colombia. That's the street food you eat in Colombia. A nice chorizo from the grill, from the street grill, with a fresh, nice arepa and a nice lemon. And eso cuánto vale? 4.000. Todo es 4.000. Eso bueno precio. And all this for €1 or $1.20.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Entiendo inglés.
Yeah.
¿Sí? Eso para mí.
Sí.
Ah, ok. Gracias. And then you have a nice beer together, a nice beer light, Aquila light. And that's my neighborhood here. So I am gonna enjoy the sausage meat.